Ooh, Willie.
That is one of the luckiest people on earth, I'll say that. Well, it was fun while it lasted, but it's official. The videos have stopped being recommended for people to see, and I know that's everyone's favorite thing to say, YouTube suppressing my channel, and it's pretty obvious what's going on, so I'm asking for your guys' help. Like the videos, share the videos. If you like the channel, subscribe if you're not yet, obviously, and it's pretty much up to us to grow this thing at this point because I don't think we're gonna be getting too much help from YouTube. So I appreciate all the support. But today we are gonna do another gun fails reaction video. So I love making these videos. Apparently you guys like to watch them because they usually get a good amount of views. But this one's gonna be a little bit different. So if you watch the channel, most of you are probably well aware that I recently just bought the Smith & Wesson 500 Magnum. So I figured since I just bought my first 50 caliber gun and I know how absurd that thing is to shoot, that we would react to the worst 50 cal gun fails on the internet. And let me tell you, there is no shortage of these things. So I got a few videos here. We're just gonna scroll through YouTube and see if we can find some good ones to react to. So I wanna make sure and give these guys credit. The first video we're gonna watch is called Best 50 Cal Fails, and it's by King Beast. In the description it says that not all of these are 50 cal, so I guess we'll see. This video's got like 9 million views. This first one definitely looks like a 50 BMG.
Okay, you should lie. That's your problem, not lying.
The huge muzzle brake.
Honest, Dave.
Yeah, babe.
You hit that one.
Yeah.
Got to put my ears on.
Said he forgot to put his ears on. Wow, that would suck. I want to get a 50 BMG really bad. Obviously it's like the ultimate YouTube gun. I mean, there's several channels that have grown basically just because they have a 50 BMG. A 50 cal versus anything is a good video title that's gonna get a lot of views probably, but they are so loud and you can't really just shoot them anywhere. Like where we shoot, we could probably make it happen, but your backstop has to be serious. Like you have to make sure that bullet is getting stopped all the way, just because if it goes through, I mean, they can go miles. So you don't really, want that liability. But shooting a 50 without a set of ear pro on is, that's horrible.
The trigger pulls really far. So keep
God, that gun is so cool though.
Holy shit!
Honestly, the 50, because they weigh 30 pounds, they don't look too bad. Like, it doesn't look like anything that's uncontrollable. It's just such a heavy gun and such a concussive, powerful round. It definitely moves a little bit, obviously, but for as powerful as that round is, it's not the worst in terms of recoil. At least it doesn't look like it is. Hopefully one day I'll find out. That might be a 500 there. It's kind of hard to tell. Yeah. Some big revolver with a lot of recoil. That's the thing, there's so many big revolvers, and if you're not, careful, a 44, a 500, there's a lot of revolvers. Even the 600 nitros or whatever the heck they got, they could hurt you, hit you in the forehead and stuff like that. So they're all cannons at the end of the day. All right, technically this is a 50 caliber gun. This is called Shooting Gun Test 577 Tyrannosaur T-Rex gun. This is by Adam SYD 900. So I think some of these clips have popped up in previous gun fails that I've done, and this is the 577 Tyrannosaur. This is a crazy looking caliber. Let's check this out. Technically it's a 50 caliber bullet, so it makes the list. I'm sure you guys have all seen this, but. And you'll notice the glass is shattered on the door behind him. I'm assuming that's from the gun flying back and hitting it. But I've seen a lot of high-powered rifles and handguns being shot in real life and on video, and this looks up there with the worst of them. This thing looks brutal. It throws almost everyone to the ground, or at least, ejects the gun from their hands. It's almost uncontrollable. Dude. And I'm just assuming that these guys are not beginners and, they don't know how to hold onto the gun. It doesn't look like that's the case because everybody that shoots it, it's an insane reaction. So I doubt I would ever be able to get my hands on one. I don't know how common they are, but comment down below if you would like to see me shoot the 577 T-Rex gun. I would love to shoot it. I would shoot it in a heartbeat.
Aim in the middle of the paper.
See, he looks like he's holding it. He looks like he was holding on to it pretty good. I assume that that's the T-Rex gun room based off the shattered glass too. That was the funniest one for sure. Until that. He's stuck. Man, that is funny. Dude, what an absolute cannon. We saw this in the last video, like I said, but I've never seen this full video. Everybody that shoots it. Nice catch. I wonder what the point of it is. I'm assuming it's an elephant gun or something like that, but I'm curious if anyone's ever successfully shot it and not dropped it or fell down. So far, I haven't seen anyone. What a cannon, man. I've never seen the ammo at my local gun shop, I'll say that much. The guy filming is just having a blast. How many of these people are there? There's like 15 different people that have shot it and not one person has held on to it yet. Not too bad. He still didn't keep it shouldered. There you go. There you go. The old white guy. Sounds like he broke his shoulder though. All right, that's enough of that. I could watch that all day long, but man, the 577 Tyrannosaur. I'll be sure to write that down and try and get my hands on one. It might be one of them guns that's like $100,000 and super rare and, you know, you can't really find them, but put it on the bucket list. All right, this one says Smith & Wesson 500 fail. It's by Robert Dortch. It's got 75,000 views, 6 years old.
You know that.
Let's see what it is.
Hang on to it good.
Got a woman holding a 500 Magnum. Very poorly. Whoa.
You missed.
That hurt.
Man, see, that's, to me, that's just cruel in a way. Like, he didn't correct her grip. He didn't tell her how to stand, how to extend her arms. She was holding it like this. Like, she's lucky she didn't break her nose or something, honestly. She's cool, though.
Are you okay?
She's a good sport about it.
That hurt.
She said it hurt.
It's gonna be punch.
I did. It's not
That's
that
more
bad.
than a damn punch.
Well, I'm sorry. You want to shoot it again?
It is more than a punch, for sure. Almost fell on her butt. Okay, this one says Barrett 50 caliber fail. The Bell Life. They got almost 500,000 subscribers, so they don't need the shout out from me, I guess. Whew, man.
There you go.
That's not a fail, but that is a pretty epic camera angle.
Man, that thing's hard to hit. Shut that thing off. Woo! Gee, many Christmas. We'll see y'all in a minute.
Good grief. So that's cool because you can see him shooting it, the muzzle blast, the power coming out of that gun, as well as the bullet impact on the watermelons and just how much energy it's transferring to that target. 50 BMG is awesome, man. Another problem with the 50 BMG is that the guns are just so expensive. I want to get one eventually, but they're like thousands, especially the Barretts, like the semi-automatic Barretts. You're talking about 8 to 10 grand for one of those guns. And they make a single shot that I think is really cool. I've looked at them before. They're 3 grand maybe, so still not cheap, but we'll get one eventually. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and end on this video. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen it, but we're gonna go ahead and watch this together and then talk about it a little bit. So this is called Guy Hit in the Head with a 50 caliber Ricochet. By the way, this is uploaded by Kaki Goru. Probably butchered that name, but looks like they got a 50 BMG out in the desert, set up on a little table.
Oh, Willie.
And that was a Ricochet that came back and took his hearing protection off. So This one's interesting. We'll watch it again here in a minute. The problem is with the internet, it could be fake. I'm 99% sure it's not. It looks very real, and just the way that it sounded, the muzzle blast, you could even see in front of the guy's table where the bullet looks like it bounced off the ground first and then kind of bounced up into his hearing protection. Let's go ahead and watch it again. Look at the ground about 10 feet in front of him when you hear the steel impact.
Oh, Willie.
That is one of the luckiest people on earth, I'll say that. So ricochets like this are very rare, and that's probably why this video has 25 million views, because it doesn't happen very often, and for it to come right back and take his hearing protection off, you know, an inch away from taking his life possibly, it's just obviously a viral video. But a lot of guys that go to the range, you know, not very often or don't shoot steel very often, commonly mistake steel plates for ricochet hazards, when if you set them up right and they have a slight angle to them and you're shooting them with a caliber that's safe enough, ricochets are almost unheard of. I've never had a ricochet, knock on wood. Bullets are going so fast, and when they impact a steel surface, it's harder than they are. They tend to basically disintegrate, and you can look up any number of videos on the internet proving this, just because of, you know, the velocity and that impact that a bullet has when it hits a steel target. Now, one safety hazard to be aware of is dented steel plates. So like if you shoot a steel target with a rifle that's only rated for pistols or something like that, it can dent the steel, and then if you go out and shoot that target that has dents in it, it can throw ricochets back, or, you know, at least a bigger chunk of the bullet. But aside from that, if you think about it, it's just very unlikely that a bullet that's carrying that much velocity, that much energy, whether it's a 9mm or a 5.56 or, you know, whatever the caliber is, ricochets can happen, but going straight forward and straight back, that's just so much energy to transfer and then carry right back to the shooter that typically you're more likely to get like a glancing ricochet or something like that, but straight there and straight back is very unlikely. So that's why this video just blows my mind. Now with the 50 BMG, it's such a big and heavy bullet. It's going probably 3,000 feet per second, like a 600, 700 grain bullet. Just an unimaginable amount of energy transfer onto that steel target. One thing I'm curious about, like I said, it could be fake. I'm almost 100% sure it's not, but is it a steel core bullet or something like that? That's one of the only possibilities I can think of. Maybe a dented steel target, or not an AR-500 steel target, something else maybe shooting, you know, steel that's not rated for guns, and that caused it. Actually, a softer steel target, or, you know, something that's not rated to be shot, could cause a ricochet much more often than an AR-500 steel. The point of AR-500 steel is that it's so hard that it just shatters bullets into a bunch of pieces, and that's why they're so safe to shoot. But I don't know, let me know in the comments if you guys have any more information on this 50 caliber ricochet to the dome piece. I don't think it's fake. If it is, let me know. But again, it looks pretty dang real to me. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up right here, guys. That's all the 50 cal fails I could find. Maybe you guys could send me some more in the comments or post links or something like that, and we can do more of these down the road, because I love making these videos, especially on rainy days like this. So as always, guys, if you liked the video, please let me know down in the comments below. Hit that like button for me, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.